It is a new day, first day here in Fulanga. And where are we headed today?
We are headed into the village, the main village, which is Monothaki is the name of the village, I think.
And we've got Sevu on the agenda.
Got Kava.
Got lots of Kava. Apparently in this island, what they do is actually assign you like a host family. So we will, I guess, get to meet our host family here. And then we had a villager, Alifreti. If you have seen any of the Surf Sail Roam videos, which you haven't, I definitely suggest you check him out. He's got an awesome boat. Alifreti was a crew member for a little bit of time. So Alifreti came up, introduced himself last night. We told him he's famous. And he has invited us over to a Kava party at his place tonight. So it's gonna be an eventful day.
Yeah.
From the closest anchorage, it's about a 20-minute walk through a lush green jungle into the village. We were met by Tui, who walked us in and showed us the way to the home of the chief. Apparently, we'd arrived just as the men had finished up a village-wide meeting and several remained to drink some kava. The chief was busy eating lunch, so instead, his second-in-command accepted our Sevu on his behalf.
We are just finished off our meeting. Then we sat down for a few short discuss about our villages. So we are going to run it, or if you want to join us with drinking Kava, you'll be most welcome to coming over and join us again. So whenever time you want to lean back, there's a decision you want to make it. So
Kava truly is a central part of Fijian life, and witnessing a real social gathering in a village is a very different experience than the ceremonies performed for tourists in a resort. It's very laid back, but it's clear there's a social hierarchy that's adhered to, which I still haven't quite figured out, though the villagers never fail to make us feel welcome. When the chief was done with his lunch, he came back to his customary place at the head of the group and offered to take pictures with us, which was especially impressive when we later learned that he's 92 years old. After we'd had a drink of kava and completed all the appropriate ceremonies, our host Suka took us back to his home with a quick stop along the way. Wow, that is really impressive.
This is like a drum. Wow.
Cool. It was a communal stand where each carver in the village could display their creations, and we couldn't leave without buying a beautifully carved bowl. Back in Suka's home, he introduced us to his wife Mary, and Tui joined us once again. They practically force-fed us some amazingly delicious coconut bread and some lemon tea. It's so easy to get caught up in the craziness of the world, but sitting in this home, in this remote corner of Fiji, and experiencing the pure, heartfelt generosity of these people was a reminder that yes, there is definitely still good out there. When I finally couldn't eat another bite, Tui took us out for a tour of the village. He was a great guide and showed us the school which served the whole island, the church, and homes of the families in the village. He also shared his story about attending school for hospitality and then working in some of the big resorts in Fiji before deciding he liked village life better and moved back to Fulanga. It was a really neat insight into life in Fiji, and not surprisingly, it didn't take too long before we were offered some refreshing coconuts. Wow, you're spoiled now, aren't you?
I am spoiled.
Oh my goodness.
I like my coconuts.
Yeah. There's a surefire way to make Amy happy. After the tour was over, we stopped by Alifreti's home for the start of his Kava party. And to give us the true Fijian Kava experience, we had a chore to complete first. Sevu's done. Met our host family. Got a tour of the village. It is now party time. The men are going off to pound the Kava. Ladies are staying behind and dancing apparently. So, sounds about right.
Oh, that's a good stroke there. That'll get that Kava pounded.
Not bad.
Well done, team. Since the men of the village had had a nice Kava session after their meeting earlier in the day, Alifreti invited the women of the village to join us cruisers. The making of the Kava is a pretty labor-intensive process and takes some experience to find just the right consistency. Mary from our host family took on the initial responsibilities, and once the Kava was ready, Alifreti made sure we knew how to properly start a round of Kava drinking.
Okay, Taki.
Taki.
No, that's not Taki.
Taki!
Yeah. Next, whoever want to try Kava and you want to have a high tide, say so.
High tide.
Do you want one?
Sure. We can't say that Kava is our favorite drink ever, but it is always fun to participate in the unique cultural activity with local villagers and other sailors. The atmosphere was pretty relaxed, and Kava does tend to make you mellow, but that doesn't mean the cruisers couldn't entertain with a bit of dancing.
This is gonna be really graceful.
Well, that's why we got the video camera out.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely better to stand up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to the village and let's see, on my way in, there were 3 guys kind of hanging out, I guess, cutting up coconut fronds or whatever, and one of them climbed up the coconut and brought down 4 coconuts, so we all had a coconut together. They showed me how you make a straw, and I have one. They take the stem from a papaya leaf, and it's see-through, and you make a straw out of it. Yeah.
I couldn't have given one of those yesterday.
My big reason for going into the village was to get papaya and coconuts that I kind of ordered through our host family. And so they gave me 7 papayas and 4 coconuts, and the coconuts are already husked. And I paid them $20 for it. And then they also threw in a pumpkin. Pumpkin.
Nice.
Not the orange pumpkin Americans are used to, but the pumpkins that the rest of the world eats.
Not quite Halloween. We're not gonna carve it for a jack-o'-lantern.
No, I'm not gonna carve it.
Okay.
And I also got to see the ladies weaving. They were weaving a floor mat for one of the homes, and so they let me watch for a little while, and that was pretty neat.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and other than that, I went to the school and used the internet. Paid $10 to use the internet.
Yeah, because there's no cell phone service here.
So all is right with the world, basically, for us. Yeah, so it was a good day.
Well, it's not even noon yet, so.
It's not even noon yet. I've had a very productive, very nice day.
Well done.
Yeah. Alright, so we moved over away from the little bay with the walk to the village, and we are surrounded by mushroom rocks. And there's the beach a little ways away. So it's a very nice spot, and we're excited, but we're hoping the weather clears up a little bit.
Not gray today.
It is gray and windy. But we are going to go out with our friends Anchi to the pass and do a little drift snorkel.
Yeah, they went a couple days ago, told us how awesome it was.
Yeah, they said it was pretty good, so we'll see. So, how was the snorkel?
Oh man, that snorkel was awesome. Reminded me a whole lot of the pass we did in Fakarava, and this one,
The visibility was better.
Visibility was better here. I kind of think it's like snorkel 1A and 1B in terms of like top snorkels, because this one, the visibility was a bit better. There were less sharks, and sharks are always awesome, but the coral like along the wall was at an easier depth to get to, so we could dive down, free dive down and see them, which was spectacular. The only slight bummer was the sun is now coming out as soon as we get back to the boat. So the tide is shifting, so I don't think we can get back out there today, but maybe it'll keep for another day or something, and we can get back out tomorrow, check it out again, because that was an awesome snorkel. Amy is up front doing something a little bit crazy right now. We have been working out, snorkeling, and I'm pretty damn tired, but she's up front working on pumping up the kayak, because apparently she's going to go out again. Goodbye. Have fun.
Bye.
Come back.
Alright. Bye.
Ciao. You have a little bit of excitement this morning?
Yeah.
Other than the crazy wind?
Other than the crazy wind, there's the ship here.
A big one?
A big one. Well, I mean, it's not like a cruise ship, but
Big-ish one?
it's big-ish. We do know that it's census time in Fiji, so there's been a rumor of a census ship coming, but it could be a supply boat.
Which we heard rumors the supply
Which
boat
we
was
heard
delayed,
rumors,
so we didn't think
yeah.
that was supposed to be here by now.
Yeah. So there's a boat.
It's a mystery. Maybe we'll find out and go back in the village tomorrow.
Yeah.
So the wind is finally cooperating. It's died down enough that we can go exploring.
Yes.
We're gonna go do a picnic. But we're trying to find a place that it's not all that common people go to, because there's a gorgeous sand spit that's here that there are a few other boats over there, but we want something no one goes to. So we're looking at SAS Planet.
Can I SAS Planet? Mm-hmm.
All our satellite images downloaded. Kind of scrolling through, taking a look to see what we can find. I think we got a good spot.
I think so.
The beach we found with SAS Planet is over there on that island. Probably didn't really need SAS Planet to find it, but it did show us maybe a little secret beach. We're gonna go see if we can find it. We have everything?
I think so. We've got camping chairs, lunch, the drone, water. Yeah. I think
Just
we're good
need
to go.
me.
We just need you.
All right.
please join me.
Well, let's go.
All right.
And we're here.
We've arrived. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, this is, thank goodness the weather calmed down a little bit.
Yeah. You get to get out and enjoy things a little bit more.
It's pretty easy to enjoy things when you have a tropical paradise all to yourselves. We'd brought our camping chairs with us and set up for a lovely picnic on the beach. I believe this is actually the first beach picnic we've ever done.
First, like, just the two of us. I mean, we've had little bonfires or cruiser potlucks on the beach, but yeah, this is the first time just the two of us have come to the beach for a little romantic picnic.
How on earth did it take us this long to do this?
I don't know,
awesome.
But that was not smart on our part.
No. You've already found some something pretty interesting?
I already did.
Is that a starfish?
It is. It's a tiny, tiny starfish.
That may be the smallest one I've ever seen.
I know. I can't believe I spotted it on the beach. And then I also found a cuttlebone, which I'm not going to keep, but
just interesting,
cool.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, and we literally have been here 5 minutes, so
yeah,
you've got a lot more looking to do.
That was one of the reasons I wanted to come to this beach, is because the sand spit and over by where we're anchored, like, people have been there in the past few days and people have been shelling. So I was kind of hoping that I could find some cool stuff that nobody else has gotten their grubby paws on yet.
Oh my goodness. Had no idea it was that serious.
It is serious.
Wow.
Shelling is serious business, people.
Okay, lesson learned. Once we were done with lunch, it was time to explore our island. And it didn't take long for Amy to just wander off. Apparently shelling is such serious business, Amy just couldn't even wait for me. It's already gone. So you can see a pretty clear high tide mark. So we're here relatively close to low tide, which gives us a lot more beach to go explore. Venturing just a little bit inland. I don't know quite what that is. Looks like someone started building a home. Never quite finished. But there is a path to what I think is a secret beach. Quote unquote, secret. Let's go find out. Found what looks like a rope swing and perhaps a little coconut processing place. So I suppose I should stop calling this a secret beach, but we're all by ourselves, so it feels like it, and it is still freaking awesome. What'd you find out there, babe?
There's a very long sea cucumber here.
What?
Probably, oh no, it's two. I was gonna say if it's one, it's like probably longer than I am. Tall, I should say. But those are the two heads there. And you can see them eating.
Whoa. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, it is.
with a gorgeous day and a gorgeous island, we had to go up for the aerial view. The tide is definitely rising. We probably need to get going pretty soon before we have to swim out to Little Dipper. But babe, what do you think of our private little beach here?
I've had a wonderful afternoon. Wonderful, it's not even wonderful.
Yeah, it's like 1:15. Been here for like 2 hours. Not that long, but oh. Yeah, we're gonna come back and do this sort of thing more often, I think.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Fulanga, what an awesome place. After our lovely little picnic on the beach today, we are back on the move. Where are we going, babe?
We are headed into the village Anchorage and getting ready to say goodbye to Fulanga because my parents are coming and they're going to be here in like 6 days and we're going to meet them in Denaro.
Yeah, so that's a couple days sail from here. Yep. Trying to meet up with a few friends before then.
Yep. Fortunately, it's with the trade winds, so yeah, it's a lot easier to leave.
That is true.
Yep.
And are we going to have a few surprises?
We're going to have some hitchhikers with us.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Kava villagers have a conference to attend in Suva, and a supply ship not here in time.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to get off of Fulanga, so it's fairly common for the locals to hitchhike on cruisers' boats.
Well, we've heard of it before.
Yes.
And we'll help out how we can.
We'll help out.
Yeah. Time to head back to the village. Last time to go say goodbye to our host family and chat with Alifreti, and because Alifreti is actually the guy who's going to be coming with us to Suva.
One of the guys.
One of the guys. The other one we haven't met yet, but we're gonna talk with them about logistics for tomorrow morning, make sure we get everybody on the boat safe and sound in time to go. And yeah, have to leave for longer. That's no good.
Boo.
The next morning, bright and early, we picked up our passengers from the beach. Alifreti and his friend Koroi would be joining us as we set off towards Suva.